All right, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about breath work for better recovery, post-workout techniques, right? We want to really make sure that after you do this crazy set, you're able to recover much faster, come back in the gym like me every single day, lifting the same heavy weights every single day and doing progressive overload on top of that, which allows me to get my gains much faster. I mean, to be honest, I hit my peak. I would say the S curve, right? The adoption curve of my body. I've already hit it, but I'm okay. I'll keep going higher as long as I keep doing it. I don't want to gain, I don't want to lose anything, but I don't want to, stop my gains. So before we get started, I always like to preface or prime you so that you understand what we're going to be talking about, because you might read the title, you might be interested in the title, you might have some preconceptions of the title, but I really want to set the stage for you and what does that mean, breath work specifically. So in alpha, this is the type of videos that you're going to watch, is what is alpha health. And over my last decade of understanding the human form, what you realize is you can boil down the human health into movement, metabolism, mindset. Movement, metabolism, mindset. Movement is how are you breathing and how are you actually moving the blood throughout your body, which is the blood flow. And then there's metabolism. What are you feeding yourself? And then are you also fasting so you allow your body to utilize the energy that it has? And then lastly, your mindset. What does your rise ritual look like? What does your rest ritual look like? And really, what are you thinking about all day long, right? How do we activate your RAS, your reticular activating system? And how do we go ahead and recondition your DMN, your default mode network? We're all defaulted to a certain type of way of being. And so we can do pattern interrupts with your RAS, leverage the part of your brain to do that, and then give you the habits and the behaviors that you're looking for, because we can actually make those changes. I've discussed ad nauseum about metabolism and mindset in prior videos, so you can definitely go take a look. That's inside my lab. It's just like a talking head. But for movement, of course, I have to be outside, right? I have to be in nature. I cannot promote something about health if you're not in nature. Nature grounds you. Nature gives you everything. You literally are moving earth, my friend. You are moving earth. I'll talk about another video. If you're interested in that, let me know and we can talk more about it, because I get reminded. I love the fact that I can go on social media, condition the algorithm to tell me what I want to know, right? And one of the things that popped up on my feed was water. And water has always been an interesting concept to me, but then it triggered me, and in my head I'm like, okay, I'm curious, how much water does the earth have? I think that's what triggered it. Someone said something about how much water the earth has, and it's actually almost close to 70 to 75% water. No, 71% water, right? 71%. So then I remembered one thing that I was in school, and I was like, wait, isn't the human body also like mostly water from what I heard? At first I thought maybe it was like 80, 90%, but I Googled it and I looked it up and I saw that it's actually close to 60 to 75%. So the older you are, the less water you have, but the younger you are, the more water you have. So almost 75%. So essentially, we are a fractal of Earth. So the Earth that you see around me, we're essentially a miniature version that's walking around, talking, interacting, and experiencing. And we are just that. So fascinating. But if you're interested, let me know. We could talk about more about it in another video. But this one, we want to come back to post-workout recoveries, right? So post-workout, what does that mean? That means you've done some sort of activity, physical activity. I would recommend. I mean, anything really. Breathing, I would probably say, is the least effort activity, meaning you'll get your best bang for your buck. But if you're going to the gym and actually pushing weights and doing progressive overload and all that, you will actually have the ability to feel your body moving in a way that it normally doesn't move. And so if you were to do, and I'm gonna really tailor it for the individuals that are serious and that are doing progressive overload in the gym, that are feeling sore the next day, how do you go about making sure that you can recover faster? And breathwork is the key here. Breathwork is everything. Breathwork allows you to understand that the way you breathe really determine the types of impact that you'll have within yourself. So before we even talk about that and what those strategies look like, let's actually learn how to breathe together, right? Every one of us are unconsciously breathing at all times. If I were to tell you, hey, take a deep breath, I want to exaggerate it. And then if I said let it go, you'll let it go, right? Breathing is actually consisting of two parts, your inhalation and your exhalation. Inhalation is taking it in, exhalation is letting it go. Inhalation, we're bringing in oxygen. Exhalation is we're pushing out carbon dioxide. But most of us, when we're doing the breathing, we're breathing very shallow. We're just breathing from the top of our lungs. So like if you were to take a deep breath right now, it's all up here, and then you let it go. All up here, and then you let it go, right? Okay, but that's the problem. You're not getting enough oxygen. You're probably doing only 20 to 30% of oxygen intake because it's only taking 2/3 of your lungs, no, 1/3 of your lung to do that. So what we wanna do is a few breaths together. So, get comfortable, get loose, and put your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand the belly, rise the chest, expand the belly, rise the chest, right? So what I want to do with you is I want to actually just do a demonstration, and you can follow along just so that you get the mechanics down. Is inhale, so exaggerate, and then inhale from here, and then you want to let it go. So let's do one more. Inhale, bring it up, and then let it go. Cool. So we're going to do 5 of these, and after the 5th one, we'll go ahead and start the discussion, so that way you can consciously do this while you're watching this video, which is amazing, right? Like you can stack on using your mindset, and you can stack on your movement with your breath work. So let's go ahead and put your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly, and we want to take a deep breath in from the belly, bring it up to your chest, and then let it go. Again. Three, 4, 5. I don't know about you, but I feel great. You probably are noticing some changes within myself because I take this very seriously. I take this beyond seriously because this is a modality that I use every single day. And what happens is when you do this type of breathing, and for many of you, you might feel a little lightheaded, you might feel like you're yawning, might feel sleepy. But what I want you to understand is this is completely normal. Essentially what you're doing is you're just inundated your body with so much oxygen that it sort of knocked you out. It shocked you and knocked you, or whatever way you want to understand it. And that's fine. That just means that this is your first entry into the world of oxygen. Like what really happens to your body when you give it enough oxygen. And so as you're thinking about your workouts, in a lot of other videos I talk about how you should actually do the breath work when you're doing the workout. But it's key that after you do your exercise, you go home, you do your rest ritual, you incorporate some sort of breath work routine within there as well. I always do this one that's like 17 minutes long. It's guided breath work, and they just tell me I should do this type of breathing, that type of breathing, and at the end of it I just feel relaxed and calm, more centered, more zenned out, and I really, really love it, right? And so that's something that you can do, but it doesn't really have to be that complicated. You can keep it very simple. Just go ahead and make sure you are breathing though, right? You do some sort of routine, and if you want my routine, let me know. I'll send you the link, and you can just take any derivatives from there and then go ahead and apply it to yourself. And that's the key right there. Making sure after you're done with your workout, after you do everything, you eat, you fasted, you did everything, and then go ahead and incorporate some sort of guided or just your own version of breathwork. Maybe you want to go to a class. I know sometimes there was a place called Breathwork Studios in Santa Monica, and I used to go there, but you can go anywhere for that type of activity, right? But the key here is that you want to make sure that you're doing this type of activity and you're consistent with it, so that way when you are doing it, it doesn't feel like a chore, but it feels like something that you can enjoy and make it a part of your lifestyle. And remember what we always say, right? What is the stack that you need to build a behavior? Is first it's your thoughts, what type of thoughts you're having, and then you go ahead and talk about, those thoughts become actions, and those actions then lead to what? Lead to behaviors. Those behaviors over time, as you keep doing this more and more, it becomes what? Your habit. That's the key right there. Once you build it, much harder to get rid of it. Everything about you right now has been built upon based on the habits that you've done over your lifetime. The way you're seeing me is based on the habits that I've built for me to look like this, for me to talk like this, for me to perform like this, is because over time, thoughts lead to actions, lead to behaviors, lead to habits. Now, if I keep doing this, guess what? It's going to become my personality. And that's really important because I do want to make it my personality. And then eventually it'll become my lifestyle where I don't even think about it anymore and it just becomes what it is, which I can't wait. I can't wait. I've already technically done that with the gym. Sometimes I'll just ask myself like, hey, how did I get here? I don't even know how I got here because it's already habituated and it's part of my lifestyle. I know exactly what turns I gotta take, where I gotta go after the gym, what food I gotta get after the gym, shower, get ready, start eating, etc., right? Great feeling, but you gotta make sure that you really stay on top of your game. With that being said, guys, if you find any value in this video, let me know by hitting the like button. If you dislike the video, dislike it, and then also let me know in the comments why, so I can also improve upon it. But what really key would make me happy, and I'm sure it'll make you happy, is giving me a subscribe button. The subscription lets me know that you really value it, and I'm sure that you'll allow, you'll let someone that you love know as well. You'll share it. Maybe they need to lose weight or they need to do something, and you can go from there. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you have a great day. Take care. Bye.